Haere mai, tēnā koutou, greetings to all and welcome to your December 2014 Tarot Astrology reading with me. Now obviously this is the last month of the year for 2014. It's also the birthday month for Sagittarius and for the beginning of Capricorn. And it's the last chance we all have to utilise the specific vibration of the year 2014. Now the number of that vibration is a 7. Sevens tend to be more of an internalising sort of a year where we often find ourselves, where we analyse, where we sometimes cocoon, where we try possibly to shed negative behaviours or patterns that could be preventing growth for us. It's a year that favours that work on self-improvement and even possibly operations or counselling or therapy or higher education for yourself. So as we are moving out of 2014 and slowly bringing in the new vibration of 2015, which is an 8. This is part of the changes we feel as a year ends and our new year begins. So they're powerful, the beginnings and endings of years, because they bring in this new vibration into the middle of your own personal cycle. So we often feel a lot of change and adjustment as the years come to an end and begin. Next year, 2015, is going to offer us the vibration of an 8. Now 8 is actually rather a magnificent vibration. It's like the cycle of life. It's that double circle, constantly spiraling, the ever-turning symbolic feeling of the cosmic meeting of life, spirituality and connectedness. It's a year that can bring in good health, wealth and abundance. It can be a time for new businesses, new homes, new jobs. People may find you attractive and you might just feel as though you have that extra support from the universe to guide you in the right direction for some positive vibrations. So all round, the 8 vibration is a slightly more outgoing and uplifting than the 7 vibration, which can be, as I said, very internalizing. So anyhow guys, that was just a little introduction for you for the rest of your tarot reading. We'll be doing 4 cards and we will have your higher vibrational energy card at the end. So let's get on to it. So here we are, Aries, the last reading for December 2014. And we're using the 4 cards. The first one is relationship and love, the second is home and personal, the third is finances and career, and the fourth is health. And of course at the end we'll have our beautiful higher vibrational energy card to see what sort of support we're going to be receiving as well. So let's see what's in store for us, because of course most of you will know by now I'm an Aries as well. Okay. We have the 7 of Cups, King of Wands, 9 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. So we have 2 cups and a bit of a mix there, sword and a wand going on. I'll move these down a little bit so we can see somewhat more. No major arcana cards for the reading, Aries, so it sort of feels as if we are not having a major month in December, so just more of a flowing month with the energies that are coming and going. We have, so interesting that we've received 2 cups in the reading, because they quite often refer to the emotional side and the love heart chakra energy. So December feels as though it's a month of for you, Aries, an emotional sort of month where you're coming and going a bit on your emotions. So let's go to the first card, which is relationship and love, here with the 7 of Cups. This can suggest that you've got a lot of options going on and a lot of choices around relationships and possibly love. So it's sort of saying you're looking at them all going, oh, which one, because they all offer something different, and you could be a bit confused as to which you need more in your life at the moment or which attracts you more, but to slow down and consider your options, and especially if you are thinking of the possibilities of a serious relationship with, say, one of your choices, you need to feel that emotionally to understand, to help make the right choice for you. So if you have got a lot of interest being shown, be a little bit selective and try and figure out which is going to be the more positive choice. Also, there may be that you are looking at a lot of choices around you. The general energy of this one is about choice. So choice in a lot of ways that you're going to consider the people around you as well. So again, take the time to think about it. Don't just jump into any situation that occurs, even if there's some sort of disparity or a feeling that you might go, perhaps I don't think I want to follow that bunch of people anymore because they're not the same as me, or they don't listen to me, something like that. Just give it time and rethink it through, because things are not always as they seem. We often only see a portion of a type of a situation or a portion of a person's perspective of who they are, and if you gauge it on just a tiny view or vision, you can sometimes be making a mistake. But love-wise, if you're seeking to be finding a romantic interest, it feels as though there is definitely activity around you, and as if you may have this choice going on. And likewise, you may be interested in quite a few people. So it's quite a social month, I think, in many perspectives for you in December. And if we look at this, the next card, the home and personal, the King of Wands. When a court card comes in, we often suggest that this could be an actual person in your life. He is a great benefactor, a very noble and gratuitous person, usually of the slightly older end in life. You know, he could be a parent for you, or a relative, or a work person, or even someone closer in your family, sibling or a partner. Or it could be yourself. It is a fire sign, and we're talking here Aries being the fire sign. But they exude entrepreneurialism and success and creativity and wealth. So again, for your home and personal, these are really positive signs. You may be able to offer this type of feeling or vibration out to guests or the rest of your family, so that you can be a sort of a person that they might look up to for the month of December to help sort some problems for them. And you may even be able to do that financially a little bit for them. Although in saying that, when we move to this next card, the Nine of Swords, which is in the finances and career section, obviously this is a slightly more, not negative energy in a way, but it appears that when we look at the card, because it has a black surrounding and it's got the 9 swords, and I talk about the swords as being more difficult to work with. This card can classically, to me, indicate lack of sleep, or difficulty sleeping, or even messages coming to you within your sleep or your dreams. So you can pay attention to intuitive messages you receive, synchronistic messages, dreams that come to you, and you might think, well, where did that come from? But that could be an idea. Or you might feel as though a dream is leading you to an answer. It can indicate insomnia, interestingly enough, and I don't sleep particularly well, but I think a lot of people don't sleep well in today's age, whether or not it's we've got a lot of things on our mind or other situations, who would completely know. Although that's not falling in the health sector, it's falling in the finances sector. So this, in perspective of finances, tells us that we need to be a little bit cautious in December, that we could be having a bit of trouble making ends meet, possibly because we may have overspent. So that you need to try and, go back to that proper system of budgeting and knowing where your dollars are going. So if you're going out on little spending journey things and doing this and doing that all the time, take track of what you're spending and write it down somewhere, like the old-fashioned checkbook systems that we used to use. A lot of us now are just spending money on our tap and go type cards without really taking account of what we're spending. So that's a bit of a message for December. You need to reassess your spending and make sure you're budgeting and prioritize what do you really need, because of course around December and Christmas for a lot of countries it can be an expensive time. The other thing is for career, if you are having any problems or worries at work, don't let it get to you and don't let it get under your skin, because they won't be major problems, or there'll be issues that can be addressed with communication. They may not get fixed immediately, but don't go home and fret over it and get into a state of panic and let this situation happen. You know, be a bit more logical about it, work it through not with emotion, but work it through with intellect and the correct facts. And all the situations that arise that you might not like or that you wish hadn't happened, remember, this is another message, everything in life happens for a reason. We don't necessarily like everything that happens, but we can learn from it. It's a problem if you don't learn from the things that come into your life, and the only person you can blame from that is yourself. You can't blame anyone else if you're the one that's not learning from situations that crop up. So anything that comes up that you may think, I could just walk away from this, I don't need this in my life, just take a step back again and go, oh, wait a minute, okay, what can I learn from it? And inevitably when you learn, you grow. You can handle situations at a better level, with more confidence, with more knowledge, with more understanding, with more patience. You know, there's a world of positive vibrations that come out of being challenged. Anyhow, if we move on to the final card, the health card, the Four of Cups, again we see it as being sort of more on the emotional spectrum. So if you're going to have health issues, it could possibly be from your emotional feelings in the month of December, and they kind of go hand in hand here, indicating that's where you might get any tension or stress or worry or negativity from. And it suggests the answer's there for you. It's being handed to you on a plate, which kind of goes along with what I said there about thinking it through and being able to work it out. Also that someone, a health professional, a trusted health professional, could be the person that could offer you the answer to what it is you're looking for in your health regime. And as well, I think this message seems to be fairly general for everyone. Make sure you are participating in the correct health alternatives or health directives for yourself, meaning eat well, sleep well if you can, diet and exercise. Don't be spending too much time in December sloughing back multitudes of wine or something along those lines, because you've got to balance it all. We've got to always pay back whatever it is we do. So every action has a reaction. So just think about that for the month of December. But other than that, Aries, I think that's quite a nice blue, bright reading for you. And given it's the last one for 2014 and we move into 2015, I think as you come to the next year, you'll feel a bit more higher shifting coming in. But it looks like the end of the year will just roll out quite nice and, you know, along similar energies. Let's see what your higher vibrational card is. Okay, Aries, let's have a look. Astrological, romance. This is sent to you via your base chakra, the red grounded energy. That's our first chakra at the bottom end of us, through the hips and the back and the groin, and gives us the energy of protection and strength. And it also, I see, it's not just red, it's coming through up into your solar plexus area as well, giving you a little bit of the core strength. And it is giving you the supportive energy of romance. And we see in the beginning of your reading all those 7 cups. So it feels like, Aries, you could have a busy month in December. So romance is the gift of igniting the heart chakra, and that's the feeling of love. One of the messages that the 7 of Cups got, that I received with that one, was about not rushing into romance, and that even it talked about a twin flame or a soulmate relationship comes down and balances out in the end. So for some reason I'm thinking here in December you could come across quite a significant romantic interest in your life, someone who seems to really pull at your heartstrings. That would appear to be the message that's coming in through the high vibrational work. So you could be quite touched by your emotional love connection in December, Aries. So that's quite a powerful reading. I wish for you that are all seeking to find romance that does happen for you. And for those of you who are already partnered, you may rekindle your own romance or relationship at a much deeper and more spiritual level, rather than if it's been, say, on a physical plane or a boundary along those lines. This is the connection of spirituality in the romantic sector. So again, this is quite a partnered oriented reading for you, Aries. So thank you for listening to me during the year. I have really enjoyed doing them for you. It's my privilege to be able to give you these readings, and I love doing them. So again, I thank you, and I wish you much love and aroha and romance in December. Kia kaha.